Hey there, Fletcher from All Things Overlanding here. Today I'm going to be installing my new Openroad 13,000 pound winch in my Nissan Frontier. So we're going to have the bumper all apart. I'm going to show you exactly how to do it kind of step by step and kind of give you some tips and tricks for how to install this winch, or it could be for any winch really. So if you're looking to install a winch on a Nissan Frontier specifically, definitely with an aftermarket bumper, this should be a helpful video for you. So let's get into installing the Openroad 13,000 pound winch in my Nissan Frontier. Alright, so first we got to start by undoing these 4 clips on top of the center grill piece. Really easy. I'm actually using aftermarket ones, so these are kind of junky, so they kind of get stuck, but basically just pull these out and then you'll be able to remove your grill. So you pull one here, one here, one here, and one here out. Once you get all 4 of those out, this center piece has 4 clips behind the grill that you just squeeze with your fingers and then push them forward. So once you look down in here, you should be able to see all 4 of those. Squeeze them and push them forward, and then this grill will come out. So I'll show you that in a second. So yeah, it's kind of hard to see down in here, but there's one basically right behind here on the grill, and then one in the middle, and another one in the middle here, and then another on this side. And again, you just squeeze those together. You'll feel there's like a little pinch, and when you do that, it will let your grill come forward. Just got to do all 4 of those. And then once you get all 4 done, then your grill should just pull right forward and pop right off. So then once you set that aside, the next thing we're going to have to do is we're going to have to get this lower fascia off. Because as you can see, my old Badlands winch is down in here. It did stop working, so that's why I decided to opt for the Openroad 13,000 instead of the Badlands 9500. Give me a little bit more power, a little bit more pulling power. So we do need to remove this fascia. Yours probably has some clips and things in it. Mine's been on and off a number of times, so it's kind of just sitting there for me. So look for a clip here, probably a clip over here, another one here. Sometimes it's also easier just to remove your headlights to do this, but I'm going to try and do it without doing that. So then next, when you're up in the fender wells, which I don't have fender liners, so it's a little easier for me, you see that bolt up in there. That is a 10 mil. There's one on each side. This basically attaches your fender to the lower fascia of your grill. So you do just need to pop this out on this side, same on the other side. Once you do that, this is separate, and then you can pull this apart. All right, so as per typical, it's going to depend on your bumper and everything, but with this bumper that I've got, it has 4 mounting bolts through the bottom, just like most of them. Pop those out, and then we're going to be able to remove the old winch, unplug everything, just pull that whole thing out, and then we'll get to putting the Openroad in. All right, guys, so we just finished getting the old winch out, and actually, I'm happy to report that the Openroad is a little bit smaller, just size-wise, than the old Badlands Apex. So it's actually smaller. It was a little bit easier to fit in there, so we've test fit it. It seems to be fine. So next steps, what we got to do is we've got to hook up the provided negative battery cable. It actually hooks up to the bottom of the unit right there, where you see that little bolt. We're going to hook up the negative to that, and we're going to put in our sort of captured nuts in the bottom so that we're ready to then put our bolts up from the bottom to attach it to the bumper. Also, we got to put our clutch handle on, so we're going to do that, throw that right on top of here, and secure it so that that's all good to go. And then we're going to put it in, we're going to get it all wired up, we're going to test it, make sure that it works okay, and then we'll put the front of the truck back together and we'll be done. So then to affix the handle for your clutch here, you can see it's squared off on these sides, so you just look for the squared off sides, fit that down on there, and then you've got a little Torx bit there. You basically put your little bolt down in there, the Torx head, and then just tighten it down. All right, guys, so we got the winch down in there. Fits like a dream. It's perfect. All you got to do is we ran the positive, the red wire up to the positive on the battery, obviously. And then once you connect the black negative to the bottom of the unit, then that comes up and goes to the negative. So we did all that. We got our 4 bolts into the bottom to secure the winch. So it is working now. So I've got a wireless controller here I can show you. Works great. So it's ready to go. It was super easy. It was actually easier to install this than it was to uninstall the old one. One note is there was a bracket here. So if you have a Frontier, there was a bracket back here that goes to the front that the sort of fascia attaches to. My fascia never attached to it anyway, so I'm going to have to modify the back of the bumper a little bit, and we removed that bracket. But again, it's just going to depend on your bumper, right? All right, guys, so that is it. It's just that easy. Now we just put the fascia back on, reattach the 10mm bolts on each side in the fenders, and then put the 4 clips back on the grill and the 4 tabs on the top. And that's pretty much it. And then as you can see, all mounted up down here, ready to go. So really excited to test this thing out. That'll kind of be the next video, will be a test of the Openroad. Going on a trip here before too long, so actually I'll get a chance to use it probably. But now that it's installed, you see how easy it is. It really was super easy, just 2 wires basically and a little bit of assembly. So hopefully that was helpful for you. If you have any questions or anything, post up in the comments down below. If you're not already, make sure to click that subscribe button, click the bell to be notified when new videos drop. I do a couple every week, so there's tons of content for gear reviews, newbie Overlander type stuff, Nissan specific stuff. So if you're looking for anything like that, love to have you as a subscriber. Also in the description down below are links to all my other social channels. So wherever you want to come hang out, come hang out. But again, thanks for watching, and we will see you guys next time.